say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
That was our national anthem performed by the talented Skylar Cole. And with that, we'll be right back in just a moment. Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA Live on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan with you, joined by Doris Burke, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge reporting courtside. And the Houston Rockets starting five. Running the wings, they'll go with Green and Brooks. Alperen Sengun out there with Amen Thompson. And it's Van Vliet in at the point. And for the Wizards, they've got Sarr. George is out there with Chris Middleton. Then it's Coulibaly. And it's Poole in at the one. And if you claim to be a basketball purist, and Greg, I know you do, one thing you gotta love watching is great ball movement.
Which is something both of these teams take pride in. It's always fun to watch guys be unselfish with the ball and look to make each other better.
Stolen by Thompson. To the inside. Here's Van Vliet. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
Now you see the wherewithal of Fred Van Vliet. Finds the soft spot in the defense and converts.
Sarr sets the screen for Poole. It's good from long range.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
There's been a lot of turnover in Washington, Doris, over the last few years. Where do you think they go from here?
I think the first thing they're looking for, Kevin, is honestly a cornerstone around which to build your team. Recently, it was Bradley Beal. Now they are looking for someone to step up and be their guy.
They grab their own miss. Brooks with no one around. No good with the triple. And so Poole will bring it up for the Wizards. It's a three-point game. Pass to Coulibaly. Middleton outside. Just 5 on the clock. Puts up a deep three. Coulibaly, no good.
And for him to shoot from that distance is a bit of a head scratcher.
I think as a player, you have to know your strengths and play to them, and that is not within his range.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Jalen Green has shown he's capable of carrying a team offensively. He said, "It feels good knowing that my teammates believe in me to do that. I've had to learn a lot of things to grow, but that's what I work for. I want to be one of those guys that you give the ball to in crunch time." Kevin, I always want to give the mic to you in crunch time. Back to you.
David, you are an unselfish playmaker. I appreciate that. By the way, Green can be electric and so fun to watch. Hey, D.A., thanks. Here's Van Vliet after the basket by Washington. Thompson from long range. That drops and it comes off an assist from Brooks.
Defensively, you have to live with Thompson making those, because if you get up too close at the arc, Ahmed will blow right by you.
Rockets have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Drives to the hoop. And Vliet on the wing. Pass to Sengun. He nails it, and we're tied up.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Koulibaly with it. Middleton for three. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. Tie game in Washington. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Wizards, guys.
An impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
This is how the floor looks for the Rockets starting the second. The post pair form, it'll be Smith and Şengün. Then it's Tari Eason. Then there's Whitmore, and it's Holiday in at the one spot. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
He is too good a mid-range shooter to leave him that open.
Here's Houston now. GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame. Oh, man, when Cam Whitmore throws it down, you feel bad for the rim.
Holmes with a screen on Smith. Down low. And Holmes throws it down.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Holiday, the pass to Eason. .139 left to play here in the second quarter. Sinks the triple.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
Outside, Smart. And he banks in the layup. Smart's got his first bucket in this one.
Well, if there's any player in the league who relishes contact, it's Marcus Smart. You want to play physical? Oh, yeah, I like that.
Pass to Şengün. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Now Smart. Smart puts the pick in for George. Here's Carrington. Here's the screen. Great look, but off the mark. If they time it right, they can end this quarter with a 2-for-1.
And that's how you want to end the quarters.
Puts it up from 12. Rebound by the Wizards. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
For the Rockets.
So for the Wizards, Sars checked in for Richaun Holmes. Bay comes in for George. And Middleton subbed in for Corey Kispert. Houston with a big group substitution here. Thompson, he's checked in for Smith. Dylan Brooks comes in for Tari Eason. Green, he's checked in for Whitmore. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Aaron Holiday. VanVleet looking around. Misses from short range. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Rockets ahead, leading by just one. They'll be back shortly, live from Washington.
Please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Runs, please. Take another shot. You were so close. Let's hear it for our participants.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, Doris, assists aren't just a point guard stat any longer, are they? A lot of big men in the league can distribute very well.
Yeah, Kev, it's really striking to me how multi-dimensional every single position in the NBA has become. As you said, bigs can pass, point guards can attack the cup and score. The game is becoming more and more skilled.
Sarr out there with George. Then there's Jordan Poole. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Coulibaly in at the 2. So that's who Brian Keefe starts the second half with. Now Poole following the three-point attempt by Dylan Brooks. And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Hey guys, the Wizards' #2 overall pick, Alex Sarr, wanted to be in Washington, D.C., and his defense gets him on the court right away. Not to mention, the Wizards are in a rebuild, and if his offense comes along, he could be a foundational piece for this franchise. Everyone's excited to see the development of Alex Sarr.
You're right, a big piece. Okay, Shams, we appreciate the reporting.
And how about the terrific use of the crossover there to just throw the defender off balance?
Here's Thompson. He hits him from 9. Thompson's got the lead up to 3 now for the Rockets.
It helps that Thompson can score with either hand close to the bucket. Defenders can't force him to one side or the other.
And it's Brian Keefe calling timeout here. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Eason's checked in for Dylan Brooks. Wizards trail by 3. Pass to Coulibaly. In the corner, George with it. Nice ball movement by Washington. Middleton for 3. The Wizards with another miss. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Houston Rockets. Incredible for his age. The decision-making of Şengün Jie is very impressive.
So calm when he sees a double coming. Reads and reacts with ease when he's on the block or at the nail. Reminds you of a young Jokic with how he sees the game.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Rockets are making progress. Coach Ime Udoka said it doesn't happen overnight. Changing habits and things like that takes time. Guys learn and grow at a different pace. My thing is getting us all on the same page. We're not that far off. Kevin, they sure look like they're building in the right direction.
David, they are, and some good vets have helped as well. And we thank you for that report. Back to Van Vliet. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
Rise and fire in the catch and shoot. Fred Van Vliet ready and willing.
And here's Poole for 3. Good on the triple. Poole's got the game tied up here for the Wizards.
You can see their confidence growing. They have reason to believe.
What I love is the heart, the fire, the tenacity. This is absolutely fantastic.
So it's both teams making substitutions here.
On the court.
We've got 22 seconds left in the third quarter. Green deciding where to go with it. And Şengün throws it down.
Heads-up play by Green, using the pick and roll to create space for his team.
Poole with it. The 11-footer. No good that time. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Rockets lead by 2. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter next. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. At the guard positions, Van Fleet and Green. Thompson is out there with Alperen Şengün. And it's Brooks in at the 3 spot. Houston in the lead. And here is Van Vliet. Inside. And Thompson gets it to go in on the assist from Van Vliet. Thompson's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Rockets. Pass to Middleton. Sarr with it. That one goes in.
Showing some strength on that finish. Sarr just pushing through that contact.
Poole against Van Vliet. Here's Şengün. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Alex Sarr. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Rockets.
They've been playing some really physical offense, just attacking the paint as much as possible. And I tell you what, they have been very successful with that strategy.
Well, I also noticed, guys, how much they move the ball in this one. Selfless, willing to pass the ball to a teammate with a better look.
He's off on the first. And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. He has decided it's the right time to talk. Short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. During the last break, got to listen in on Ime Udoka's huddle with his team. Now, he emphasized it's anybody's game right now. He told his guys to focus on finishing the task at hand and not to get distracted. He wants them to go out there and play with authority. Kevin?
Thanks, David. That one misses. Washington trailing. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Brooks against Middleton. Fades and shoots. He gets it in there. Middleton's got it all tied up now for the Wizards.
And wow, what a time to tie this game up, guys.
Incredible fortitude to bounce back like this. I think we're setting up for an awesome finish.
Van Vliet can't get it to go.
Boy, a clean, close look. What a missed opportunity.
Cool. On the wing, Koulibaly. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Rockets shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. And out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession.
Wow, what a time for a turnover. Shows you just how key one play can be.
The Wizards have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. And a strong finish with two hands.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
Boy, as tight as this one is, that's a statement play saying, hey, listen, we're not here to back down from you guys.
Now, here's Poole, following the miss by Fred VanVleet. For Houston, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
And we've got a timeout call by Brian Keefe. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. Now, here's Poole. Got it!
And this is the time when you want to lock it down defensively. Thus far, not happening.
It seems to me a lack of effort and a lack of communication, and it's happening to both sides here late in the game.
And so here is Houston following the bucket by the Wizards. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. A three-pointer off the mark.
And you can tell right there, the defense is totally fine with him shooting that. That's not his game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game out.
At the line for the Wizards, Jordan Poole. 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's a 4-point ball game.
Yeah, 2-possession game now after knocking both of those down.
Timeout called, the Rockets. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And what's their best move at this point?
They're trying to get back in this thing. They need a score.
They need to score, and they need to do it quickly, but it is still possible here.
Van Vliet against Poole. Van Vliet can't get it to go. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
At the line for 2, Jordan Poole.
First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
Well, what a performer this guy is. Game is on the line. He stands up and delivers.
And here's Brooks from outside. Nails the triple. And we've got a timeout called by Brian Keefe. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. And now they foul and stop the clock.
Third personal foul. 4th team foul. At the line for Washington, Jordan Poole taking 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So it gets them both, and it's a 5-point game. 6 seconds left in the fourth. Thompson for the triple. That shot, no good. And so it's the Wizards with the W. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, and just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in as we present our Player of the Game.
some noise for the Bays Golden State Warriors. At small forward, 6'5", number 4, Moses Moody. Shooting guard, 6'4", number 2, Brandon Paczynski. Starting at center, 6'6", number 23, Draymond Green. At the other forward, 6'7", number 10, Jimmy Butler. At guard, 6'3", number 30, Stephen Curry.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everyone. We have some exciting NBA action coming up. Brian Anderson here, alongside Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson, with Allie LaForce joining us from the floor. And now the Atlanta Hawks starters. Johnson at the 4 with Okongwu at the 5. Trae Young out there with Dyson Daniels. And it's Risache in at the small forward position. And for Golden State, Curry and Pods make up the backcourt. Moody is out there with Jimmy Butler. And it's Green in at the 5. Well, Grant, when you take a look at this matchup, both these teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, B.A. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
Now here's Young. Okongwu, a screen on Curry. There's Young with the 3. It's rebounded by Golden State. Pass to Curry. Outside, Green. Butler on the wing. Double team on Butler. The kick out, Curry from the arc. Good, and Butler gets the assist.
When Curry gets a look that's good, he is automatic. There is almost no stopping him.
And when we talk about players who impact winning, Draymond Green is high on that list, RJ.
And the amazing thing, his career scoring average is in the single digits. Draymond does it with his passing and directing the defense and gives his teams energy.
Young misses. Outside Podziemski. 13 feet out. Rebounded by Johnson.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Pass to Risache. And there's 1:38 left in the first. Young with it. Green picks him up. Young misses.
It's one thing to prevent the layup. It's another to do it without fouling. Just terrific defense.
The shot by Podziemski, no good. The Hawks have gone 0 for 4, missing their first 4 attempts. Young against Curry. Young inside. Finally gets one to go. That makes him 1 for 5 in this game.
Courageous play by Young. I mean, he goes inside and gets past the contact to his shot.
Moody on the wing. Outside Butler. Lets it go from deep. He drops it from range.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
And Quinn Snyder decides to call timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan.
Failing to find a rhythm offensively. Something that needs to change and change soon.
And coach called his timeout to try and reset things on offense. Shake them up a bit so they can hopefully start getting some shots to fall.
different look here. Jackson Davis is checked in for Green. Kuminga comes in for Moody. Payton's checked in for Podziemski. And Hield is subbed in for Curry. Niang outside. Pass to Capella. Johnson on the wing. Hield against LeVert. Capella, screen on Hield. And here's LeVert for three. And he buries his first look.
That's a big make for LeVert. Should help his confidence.
And here's Jackson Davis. Butler with the ball. Five on the clock. Jackson Davis down low. Niang's there. Great open look there.
Smart decision to kick it out to another guy once the defense is fixated on him in the paint.
LeVert outside. Over Hield. Oh, it's good!
At the buzzer, that is how you finish it.
Makes his selection just in time. Well done.
He didn't even look worried about the time on the clock. Nice way to end a quarter.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. The Warriors on top, up by 2. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in a moment. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Warriors.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And following off of what you said, they've really done a good job distributing the ball, passing up good shots for great ones.
Curry and Hield to the sharp-shooting backcourt. Kuminga is out there with Gary Payton II, and it's Jackson Davis in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group for Golden State as we kick off the second quarter. And Reza Shea gets it to go. Well, when you look at the forwards in this league, there are a lot more Grant Hill types out there these days, partner.
Well, thank you for the nice words, B.A. Of course, I took pride in my overall game. And over the last few decades or so, we've seen a bunch of guys playing the 3, 4, and 5 who can pass, dribble, and shoot. So it's fun to watch the game evolve.
Here's Reza Shea. Takes the 3. Rebounded by Hield. Golden State has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Man, oh man, Kuminga with the easy bounce. Throws it down.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Brian, the Warriors play a unique style predicated on passing and cutting off the ball. Stephen Curry said the main goal is to just force the defense to make as many decisions as you can. So with all that ball movement and body movement, they're going to mess up at some point. Brian?
Well, it helps having a weapon like Stephen Curry. Thanks, Allie.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
And when you look back at the 2023 draft, the Warriors got great value out of their picks.
Yeah, I mean, they got Podziemski with the 19th pick, a versatile player who impacts the game at both ends. And they also got Trace Jackson Davis late in the second round. And he is a fundamentally sound big man with great upside.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. a new group getting ready for the Warriors. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Jackson Davis. Butler comes in for Kuminga. Moody's checked in for Payton. And Podziemski subbed in for Stephen Curry. A big group substitution here for Atlanta. Okongwu's checked in for Clint Capella. Johnson comes in for Niang. Daniels is checked in for Mann. And it's Young in for LeVert. So it's the Warriors now, trailing by 2. Pass to Butler. There's 47 seconds left in the first half. 6 to shoot. Hield, the screen on Young. Here's Podziemski. No good off the glass.
Oh, I can see some miscommunication on defense there very clearly. They were super fortunate it didn't torch them with that mistake.
Daniels, that one's true.
Inside, Daniels really uses his agility, getting nimble to find himself a shot.
Hield on the wing. Back to Butler. Moody from outside. And a great assist by Butler as that one goes. Moody's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Young. Pass to Rizache. Over Moody. No luck on that one. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Atlanta on top, leading by a point. All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
You got it. Trey, what's been the key to your effort so far?
Just playing hard. We're playing hard right now. They made a lot of shots, and we got to do better at making it tougher for them.
Got to keep the fight going. Guys?
Okay, Allie, appreciate it. And, folks, we'll be back after halftime to begin the third quarter. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Boy, you got to like what we're seeing from Caris LeVert.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
On the floor for Atlanta, Risache and Johnson, they're the forwards. Dyson Daniels out there with Trae Young. And it's Okongwu in at the 5. Now here's Young. Pass to Daniels. Here's Risache. From outside the arc. Rebounded by Green. Grant, when you look at Draymond Green's career, you think he's going to the Hall of Fame?
You know, B.A., I believe so. He's won multiple titles, and we know how impactful he has been as a defender and distributor especially. I think we'll see him in Springfield one day.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Jimmy Butler's such an all-around player. He said, I don't need to be a 40-point scorer. My role is to impact winning. I just control what I can control in the end, play the right way, stay aggressive, and do whatever it takes to get my team the win. And Brian, he is good at his job.
Well, playoff Jimmy is a real thing, whether he'll admit it or not. And so it's Green who brings up the ball for the Golden State Warriors. They haven't given up any points here in the second half.
How talented is Butler? I mean, just so adept at carving out some space inside and converting.
And Quinn Snyder decides to call timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. All right, we've now got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. He's got a special report. Shams, it's all yours.
Guys, thanks. Well, Jimmy Butler is in the 5th stop of his NBA career. He'd been in a standoff with the Heat. As they hesitated to extend him at the number he desired, he knew there's going to be someone willing to pay up. And guys, I'm very interested to see how Butler fits in his new opportunity.
Yeah, we'll continue to track that story. All right, Shams, thanks a lot.